Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and I figured I would do a live video this evening so that I could share a little bit about things that we can do tomorrow to really focus on love, to focus on light, to focus on healing. So earlier tonight I had posted an image from Lord of the Rings, which was the scene where they lit the beacons across all of the mountain ranges. And I've seen a couple actual live footage of people doing this in other places. There was an episode or a series called Broadchurch, which is a BBC America or BBC program and there was a scene where they did that across these cliffs in the UK where they lit these lights. And so what I'm thinking about is, as all of us who are people who can anchor light and people who are focused on spreading love and spreading healing and spreading hope across this planet, that if each one of us thinks of ourselves as a beacon and that each one of us is a light that is shining on this planet, that as we light our inner heart torch and we stand and shine brightly tomorrow, that we can imagine that line of connection, that grid of light that is going to be spreading across America and across this whole planet as we focus on sharing the light and sharing the love with each other and just continuing to spread this web, this network of light just across this planet. So that is what I am envisioning and my intention. And I wanted to just share a few ideas about things that you could do tomorrow, that some things that are very simple and aren't going to take a whole lot of time, and some things that you can take as much time as you want to. So for example, one thing that you can do that's really, really simple is every single time you think about this election and you think about America and the potential for so much change, both so much change in so many different ways, hopefully so much change for continued growth and continued good, that if you just, every time you think about it, breathe in love and really imagine that you're filling your heart up with love as you inhale. So just breathing in love. And then as you exhale, just breathing that love back out and imagine that it's just spreading like this blanket of love and light across the country and across way beyond you, just rippling out past you. And that just every single time you think of it, you just breathe in a little bit more light and love, and every time you breathe out, you think about sending it back out to everywhere that needs it right now. So that's a nice, really, really simple, really easy thing that you can do that is going to both help you to stay calm and grounded, and also, I believe, can sincerely make a difference. Another thing that you can do, and that I'm planning to do right before I go to bed, is if you have access to like a yard site candle, which are the 24-hour memorial candles that you can pick up in the Jewish food section at the grocery store, or you have like a 7-day candle, or you just have a regular kind of candle in a glass jar, that if you want to, and you have an appropriate place to light your candle, that you can light the candle tonight before bed and just sort of make the intention that this light is shining to bring the highest and greatest good possible to this whole event, to this whole election, and that this light will shed light and clarity for all people who are participating in this election tomorrow. And just really, again, that idea of we light this candle with the intention for the highest and greatest good, and we light this candle to just send healing to this planet. So that's another thing that you can do. Now, one thing I will say is if you have a cast iron, we're very lucky and we have a really large, I'm looking over at it, that's why my eyes are moving, but we have a very large granite fireplace in our house, and so with a big mantle, and so I always put my candles on the big stone fireplace which means that it's a pretty inert, pretty safe place for it to be. So if you're in a place where you don't have a particularly fireproof place to light a candle, one thing you can do is get if you have a cast iron frying pan, just put your candle inside of the cast iron frying pan and either put it in your bathtub if you don't have cats who are going to jump on it. And I believe that, I imagine, Grace, you probably do. And Audrey, I think you might as well. But anyway, if you you could put the candle in a cast iron pan and put that in your bathtub, or you can just put it on the stove. And those are fairly good places for an open flame to be hanging out without having to worry about it. Obviously, if you don't want to leave it unattended and you don't want to be walking away for a really long time, but if there's a safe place for it to be burning, obviously you can do that. So that's another action that we can take. Another thing that you can do, especially if you're gathering with other people tomorrow, to be envisioning and really planting seeds for light and planting seeds for love and hope, is to take a big piece of paper and use all kinds of magic markers and crayons and different colored pencils and have everybody write prayers and visions for this healthy earth and for the highest and greatest good. A lot of what we want to do is not focus on what's wrong and what's broken, but tomorrow what we want to be focusing on is the idea of what is possible and the idea of something just, what we are hoping for, and really, really focusing on the light and focusing on the love and focusing on just spreading positive energy. So having a chance to all sort of write down wishes and envision things is another really wonderful thing that we can do. There's also, sharing beverages, like actually sharing water and passing water with blessings. There's a beautiful blessing, which is, passing a cup and saying, "May you never thirst," and passing some bread or some cookies or some crackers or something, and "May you never hunger," and giving, just really sharing in that and sharing that love and sharing that connection. There's also, when we gather with people, for the people who are gathering, there's just connecting and joining hands. And as we join hands, like as each hand grabs the next, you imagine this linking of light, and that idea of the lighting of the beacons that I was talking about at the beginning, where we're just really making that connection and solidifying that really lovely, solid connection with each other. So that you can just imagine that coming together as the hands gather, that the light just keeps getting extended and spread. And that can feel really wonderful. There's also chants and singing. And everybody, we all have some favorite song that is one that we just love. One that I really like, and it's a fairly simple one that I learned a number of years ago from some teachers of mine, Allie and Evie from Spirit Passages. It just is one that goes, okay, hopefully I can sing for you guys right now. It goes, "All will be well. All will be well. All manner of things will be well. All will be well." So that one I find really comforting. There's something so soothing about that song, and it really is just lovely. And of course, when you have a bunch of people singing it and you can all be harmonizing, there's something even more delightful about it. So the gathering of people coming together and singing, there's just so many songs that are just beautiful. And I'm sure if you ask other people who are with you if they have songs about love and peace that they want to sing, they'll join in and they can share and they can teach. There's dancing. There's gathering together with people and just doing a really simple, straightforward Om, where you just start with, and what I really love to do is an Om that starts with an Ah from the heart, so that where you just, everybody's holding hands and you start with a deep breath in together, so everybody's breathing and connecting. And it helps often to have at least start with one person who sort of guides that process and says, okay, let's all breathe in. And so we're breathing in. And then just starting with the ah and going into the om. So it's breathing in, and when you have, like, a number of people all gathered together and you are chanting just a straightforward, simple om, and you're all coming together, it is powerful. And especially as you continue to breathe as you om, and you really imagine that you're breathing light into your being and calling on whatever divine spark, whatever divine forces are supporting you, bringing that in to support you, and really breathing in the light and extending that light out with that om. That is another thing. It's fairly simple, it's fairly easy, it's a wonderful thing that you can do that is a way to really share and spread that love and that light. So doing oming and chanting together is a wonderful way to spread more light. Breathing, just being mindful and working together and breathing together, and everybody's syncing their breath up so that they're breathing in unison, breathing in peace and calmness, breathing in light and love. And usually when you're working in a group, it can be helpful to just start by breathing out any tension or worry, just letting that go, and then breathing. And so just doing maybe 2 or 3 rounds of just letting the stuff go. And then after that, from there, going forward with breathing in that light and then breathing it back out. And again, you can just breathe in unison and breathe with each other as a way to really connect and feel ourselves as part of this body on this planet, where we are cells in this huge colony, this huge body that is this earth, and we are interconnected, we are part of it. That as humans, we are nerve cells on this planet. We are not individuals. Even though we've been taught this lie, this idea that we are separate, we are part of this earth, and we are a piece of this earth. And when we connect, we can do incredibly great good. So that is another thing that is possible, and another way to work with it is that sense of breathing in unison and connecting. Let me see, there was something else I wanted to suggest and tell you guys about that feels the other thing that I think can be really helpful is, especially if you're feeling the anxiety from the people in the world around you, and you can feel that kind of like, that sort of like intense election jitters of, oh my God, what's going to happen? Is just to really, really let gravity be your friend and allow yourself to sink into gravity and let yourself be held by this earth. Feel your seat. Feel your body being supported by whatever surface is holding you up. If it's just that you're standing, feel your feet on the ground. If you're sitting, then feel your bum on the chair or on the seat. Feel whatever surfaces that you're touching. Let yourself surrender and give in to gravity, and really just let yourself be held and come back into your center. And what I love to do is to visualize myself as a big rock in a stream, and that even if there's like whitewater rapids going on around me, that I can stay calm and centered and grounded, and the rapids can just move around me. And so tomorrow especially, as it's going to be this wild day, more than likely, because there is something really big going on tomorrow. Will be so powerful is to just really focus on being that rock in the stream, or that rock in, really more realistically, that rock in those whitewater rapids, where everything may be moving around you, but you are holding your center, you are holding your space. And if that means that you need to go into the bathroom and just like if you're at work or something and you need to just go and breathe for a little while, then go do that. If you're feeling stressed out and you need some support, go wash your hands and imagine yourself releasing the extra stuff and the extra tension and the extra stress and just let it go. Also, every time that you drink water, imagine yourself drinking in sort of that connection to all the waters of the earth and feeling yourself nourished and replenished by that water, and also just really letting it wash through you and carry away any tension, any worries, any stress. Because what we really want to do is all of us who have the capacity to be light workers tomorrow, all of us who have the capacity to spread hope, to spread love, to spread healing, to spread peace, that's our job tomorrow. Like tomorrow is the day that you were born to be here for. I believe every single day is, but tomorrow, this is a really big one. And this tomorrow is a day where it's like all light warriors are being called forward to make sure that we spread the light. Now, I'm not going to go into outcomes because I personally believe that the best thing we can do is remain calm and not actually focus on the outcome at all tomorrow. It's sort of like, go vote, do your job, express your opinion, and then surrender it and focus entirely on healing. Focus entirely on love and entirely on peace, because any distraction of thinking about the outcome is going to inhibit your ability to remain calm and is going to inhibit your ability to spread love. So the most important thing we can do is go get the voting done if you haven't already done it, and then spend as much time as you can, whenever you can remember to, sending love and focusing on being a warrior for light and a warrior for love and anchoring peace and anchoring love and anchoring light. Because every single one of us is needed tomorrow. And all of us, our job is to just remain calm and to keep the focus on love. So I strongly support you in doing things tomorrow like make an effort to reach out to at least 5 people that you haven't been in touch with maybe in at least a couple weeks, to let them know you love them. Like, tell people that you appreciate them. Do things that are about spreading love tomorrow and letting people know that they matter, that they're important, that they've made a difference in your life. And watch lots of cute little animal videos. Like, do the stuff that's going to make you feel really, really good. And if watching the news is going to get you all bajiggity, then wait and don't do that. Like, watch Netflix tomorrow. I mean, hey, Friendship is Magic, My Little Pony. Do the kinds of stuff that is going to make it possible for you to hold the center and hold the light while we go through this amazing birth process. And as we come into this period where a lot of amazing things are possible, and what is coming has the potential to be absolutely remarkable for this planet in a lot of really good ways. So I've talked about how to stay calm, and I've talked about using breath, and I've talked about using sound and using singing and using Netflix, and also sharing sharing water. Actually, that's another thing, is sharing chocolate. There is something so powerful and effective about having a chocolate sharing ceremony where you share the sweetness with each other. And so, everybody feeds everybody else a piece of chocolate and, just offers the sweetness. And, I would probably say something like, as I look at somebody, you look at them in the eyes and just, I wish you sweetness in your life, I wish you sweetness and light, and then just give them a piece of chocolate and let them enjoy that chocolate and let them savor it. And then also, I am, as you if you've been around any of my videos, you know what a massive fan of flowers I am. I think that having flowers, fresh flowers to smell and to appreciate and to enjoy, and if, say you feel like it, even like, I don't know, I'm actually realizing maybe this is a really cool idea. I've got a big bouquet of pink carnations. I think I might bring the pink carnations to the polls and actually give all of the people who are working at the polls pink carnations tomorrow, because, God bless them, they are in the midst of it. And I'm sure that a little bit of light, and flowers have an amazing capacity to transmute energy. So also tomorrow is a really good day to get flowers for your own home, because the flowers will help to transmute energy and will help to keep the vibration uplifted and positive. Also, taking a shower or a bath tomorrow, especially a salt bath, doing something with a big, like go get yourself some Epsom salts and throw it in the tub and do a nice long soak and just really let yourself be replenished and nourished and let go of the stuff that you don't need to be carrying around, so that you're just doing everything you can to support your experience, to support your process, and also to just keep spreading love. So I generally tend to think in terms of elemental things. So I've included air in the breath and the sound. I have included fire with the lighting of the candles. I have included water with actually using bathing and showering and sharing water. And then earth would be with focusing on including flowers, as well as sharing food, sharing chocolate, and also just our bodies coming together, holding hands and gathering. Other things that we can do if there's time and space is that you can do hand washing and foot washing for each other, so that there's sort of a bucket and you can just, bless each other. And also there's having essential oils and anointing people so that they all smell wonderful and they feel blessed with essential oils. And there's also the gathering and just everybody like doing a massage circle where, and this is, you got to be sure that it's in a place where everybody feels comfortable and safe with each other. If it's a place where it's fairly public, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this. But if you're amongst just friends, you do a massage circle where it's like a back rub circle where everybody basically faces one way and rubs the person's shoulders in front of them, and then you reverse and everybody goes in the opposite direction. So there's just all kinds of ways that we can be focusing on staying calm, we can focus on spreading the love, and we can spread the light. So I think I've given you guys some good suggestions about what are possibilities for tomorrow. Now, if you haven't already noticed it, I am hosting an event that's going to be a 5-hour event from 3:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Yarmouth, Maine at the Spiritual Co-op that my friend Martine runs the Spiritual Co-op. Unfortunately, she's going to be off in Chicago, so she's going to be with us remotely, not live. But at the Spiritual Co-op, it's going to be an open house, so people who live in Maine and who are in the area and want to drop by and just be in a place where the focus is entirely on love and entirely on healing and peace and support and sharing light and spreading light, that it's going to be a place where people can join. But then my friend Kim is going to be hosting something in New York. She's going to be, I believe it's like in Astoria. She's going to be hosting a gathering there. And then I've got some friends who are going to be hosting a gathering in Massachusetts. I've got another friend down in Texas who's going to be doing some praying and spreading of the light. So we are going to be gathering all over this planet to share and spread the light. Oh, and I have a friend in Hawaii who is going to be doing some light work as well. So all kinds of people are going to be spreading the light and spreading the love and sharing it on this planet. And tomorrow I'll be doing live videos like this. I will be going live and just sharing what's happening with all of us, sharing some of the ways that we're going to be expressing things. One of the other things that you can do is you can do some tapping. And if you check out my YouTube channel and also on this Facebook page, there's tons of tapping videos, including some videos for dealing with election stress, as well as just breathing in calmness and sending light. And there's one that I have, I think, on my YouTube channel that's specifically for connecting with your divine source. So you can spend some time tapping and focusing on positive energy. And we'll probably be doing some group tapping tomorrow at the event as well. And I will be going live. I believe I might have said, I'll have to check to be sure, but I think I was saying that I was going to go live like on the quarters, but or I was going to go on the top and the bottom of the hour. So I'm sorry for not being positive about what I said or if I said something, but I will be posting like when I'll be going live, and I'll probably be doing it either on the tops or bottoms or the quarters. So anyway, if you want to be connected to other people, but you are alone where you are, come join us virtually, come make comments, come be on our page, come be part of this event. This is a place where everybody who wants to spread love and spread light is completely, completely welcome. And in the meantime, now is probably a good time to start winding down and getting ready for bed. I almost feel like a kid getting ready for Santa Claus. I am actually kind of excited about tomorrow. So I'm just going to make a point of drinking lots of water right now, of letting myself settle in, and of really focusing on just, again, being calm, being and soothing, and focusing on just seeing myself as a smooth, large stone in the middle of this whitewater rapid river that is moving all around us. And I'm just going to make a point of getting to bed fairly soon, fairly early, so that I am fresh and ready to take on this amazing day that is going to be happening tomorrow. But, you know, it's kind of like those of us who are doing this and who are choosing to be warriors for light, we are like spiritual midwives tomorrow. And sometimes birth is difficult, and sometimes it can be scary, and sometimes it can be intense. But the job of the midwife and the job of the doula is to stay calm and grounded and focused to help bring this baby into the world. So I feel incredibly hopeful about tomorrow. I feel incredibly I sense something profound, like there is something like there is magnitude to what is going to happen tomorrow that is just amazing. And I am profoundly hopeful. And I invite you to be profoundly hopeful with me as well. So I am so, Grace and Audrey, thank you both for coming and hanging out and watching me. I am sending love to both of you, and so glad that both of you are here and that you are beacons for light on this planet. And boy, howdy, are we going to have an amazing day tomorrow. So love, love, love to all of you, and big, big, big hugs and kisses and peace. And I will catch you on the flip side of tomorrow. Actually, I'll catch you tomorrow. We might already be here. So I wish you guys a sweet, easy sleep, and see you tomorrow.